gotta take my retainer.
All right. Good morning, 大家早.
Good morning. We are up bright and early at永和豆浆.
First, us intros.
Okay.
My name is Michael. Of course, I am your food tour guide today. We are continuing our Taiwanese breakfast series, but now we get to be inside and sitting down with our food instead of me in a parking lot with styrofoam takeaway.
Oh, I know.
But this, yay, my very first guest appearance. Yes, my first guest on my YouTube episodes of food touring Taiwanese breakfast. Of course, it has to be someone super special, my super VIP, my family, cousin,
super
VIP cousin Monica is here to enjoy and explain some Taiwanese breakfast with us.
Oh, so, I have to explain it too?
What do you think you're here for?
I'm here to enjoy only. He's here to explain. My name is Monica. Michael and I are first cousins.
Yes.
Our parents are siblings, so we are real cousins. We're not like homie cousins, which most people are these days. They're like, oh, that's my cousin, and I'm like, yeah, sure.
No, real cousins.
Yes. We grew up
Share
together.
The same last name.
Yes, we share
the same initials.
Okay. I don't know, it might be too much.
All right,
but anyways.
We're here for Taiwanese breakfast. By the way, the camera's in the left side, just to let you know.
Oh, am I like looking, stealing
somewhere
eyes?
Else, yes.
Okay.
But camera is this way. But we're here for Taiwanese breakfast, the breakfast of our people at a place called永和in English. In Mandarin, it's永和豆浆, and永和is a district in Taipei that is well known for their soy milk, which of course is what Taiwanese breakfast is centered around. So, first things first, soy milk, right?
Yes.
We've got two hot soy milks here. Monica has a 甜豆浆. Tian is sweet soy milk. Lovely with the protein enzymes coming off of it. And I've got a 咸豆浆. 咸豆浆 is our savory or salty soy milk. And let's see. Hello.
你要酱吗？这个？
要，可以，谢谢。
这个是辣椒酱哈，这个是酱油膏。
OK。
对，
谢谢。
我要去拿一个这个纸盒给你吗？
哦，没关系啦，这样子 OK。
要不要盘子？
现在就是拿这个。
哦，我说这种盘子可以。可以。盘子。谢谢。
Back to soy milk. We've got literally soy milk. Here at Yonghe, they use like non-GMO soybeans to, however you make soy milk with water, I'm guessing, into sweet or
salty, savory
soy milk. Right. This is the interesting one. Because this one right here. 没关系，谢谢. This one right here is a super interesting one. It's got lots of different things inside, and I will show you what is actually in here. This is youtiao, little bits of youtiao, which is actually. We've got youtiao and green onions and rousong, which is pork floss, and pickled veggies, 酸菜 inside, and of course what makes it all a little like curdly is a little dash of vinegar and then sesame oil too. But this is what the rest of all of this is centered around. Our other very basics to Taiwanese breakfast is bǐng and youtiao. This is what
the youtiao is massive.
This is a huge donut churro, a fry bread, and it always comes in two, so it's perfect for sharing. Should we break this apart? Hold it that way.
Okay, this is falling apart. Oh, actually, that wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It's very like light and crispy, so the size is like kind of intimidating, but it's a great size. And
this is our bǐng flatbread. Lots of sesame on the outside. It's usually a pocket that opens up. Some people like to
Can you pause in between so we can cut this part out? I gotta take my Invisalign. Bloopers!
That's okay.
Okay, don't look.
Sometimes people like to put the youtiao inside of the bǐng and eat it like
Why are you continuing? Damn, this part's gonna get cut
No
out.
one needs to see.
It's funny how every day play out the different people. We are compared to look together.
This youtiao is so nice and crisp on the outside, fried to golden brown, and like still like light and bready and doughy in the middle. Oh. What else do we have?
Okay, we have
Bǐng.
bǐng, which is like an egg crepe, egg pancake.
Bǐng, right here. Dan means egg. Bǐng is a very tough to translate word that usually refers to some kind of substance that has been made with flour and water, and it's flat and usually round.
Yes,
Because
but
this
that
is-
sounds very scientific.
Yes,
It's
but-
most comparable to like a thin pancake.
But
It's like a
this is a
spring onion
bǐng.
pancake.
This is also a bǐng, and this is a bǐng too, and they are all different textures and sizes and shapes.
Yes.
They're all bǐng.
True. This is true.
Okay, how do you usually like your bǐng? Like you eat it plain or soy sauce, la jiao?
I eat it with soy sauce and chili oil.
Okay, we've got not just soy sauce, but soy sauce paste, which is a thickened, like reduced down version and more concentrated soy sauce that
And
Taiwanese
it's sweet.
people, yeah, a little bit sweet too.
A little. It's pretty sweet.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet.
But Taiwanese people, this is very Taiwanese to use soy sauce paste, which we call 酱油膏.
Yes.
Right? We've got that. We've got our. Ooh. Open. Open. Ooh, I can hear the crunch when you bite it. We've got our chili oil. And then we've got our chili paste also, or chili sauce, hot sauce. Standard issue Taiwanese Chinese.
Standard issue.
It is standard issue. That is it.
Here.
Oh, thank you.
We are eating during the pandemic, so everything comes in styrofoam, and I'm trying to keep everything clean.
Okay. Miss Hygiene and Sanitation over here. That's cool.
He's like, that's cool,
Right.
whatever.
But I wanted to explain to everyone why we chose this place out of all the many Taiwanese breakfast, Taiwanese soy milk spots in the San Gabriel Valley. This is one of the very, very OG classic places that we used to go to when we were young, when we had to get dragged out of bed by our parents to go eat Taiwanese breakfast.
I
when
was
we
up early, I
did
didn't
not
get
want to.
dragged.
Some of us got dragged to eat Taiwanese breakfast in the morning. But this spot has literally been around since I was in my like single digit ages.
No, longer.
Longer?
I think these places might have been around since before we were born. Oh, definitely before I was born. Because I've been coming here since I can remember.
I'm telling you, fast forward 30 years later and we are still here.
Yes.
Some
this
of
is
us
like
30
childhood
years later.
nostalgia. But it's not just childhood nostalgia. There's other people here. And it's like 7 in the morning. What time is it now?
It's
Yeah, it's like
early.
7 in the
It's
morning.
very early, which is why we say good morning all the time.
Yes.
Okay,
And yeah.
we've got to explain some other foods here so we can like fully
Okay, we can
eat.
move on to, this is韭菜, right? And 萝蔔糕.
Okay, let's do this one first. Okay. See this jiggle. 萝蔔糕.
We need to get some B-roll of this. all
I
of
know.
this.
We'll have you do B-roll.
Yes.
All right. 萝蔔糕, I have to say, it's gotta be like Taiwanese Americans, at least our generation's like one of our favorite foods. It is strange and ugly delicious. It jiggles. The texture is a little unnerving for people who don't know about it, but this is made from a root vegetable,
Yes.
daikon, basically 萝蔔, and it is mixed with rice and steamed into cakes, and then grilled later on. So, you want to take the first bite?
Sure.
By the way, this is 萝蔔糕. This is 萝蔔丝饼. Okay, 丝 means to shred something up. So we took the same daikon that went into this cake, shredded it into shreds,
and then stuffed it into
this super flaky pastry, and then this got baked. So one got steamed and then grilled. This one got stuffed and then baked, but they're both made from daikon, which is super interesting because one came out in a cake and one came out in like a dome looking thing.
But Michael's saying cake, but it doesn't, you know, it looks way more jiggly than it is. It's just like a steamed, it looks more like a jello-y than it actually is. Okay. When you eat it, the texture is not jello-y.
Okay, but also the word cake or gao in Chinese is not the same as you think about like a birthday cake in Western culture, because when you write the character for cake in Chinese, it uses the character for rice. I'll write it for you guys later, but it uses the character for rice, which is why birthday cake or Western style cakes in Chinese is called dan gao, because it has the addition of egg, whereas in Taiwanese and Chinese, cake doesn't have egg. It is understood that it's made with rice, and that's why this is a cake and savory also. But of all of these things, is it?
Yeah.
Good. Wait, I need to eat too.
Yeah, you need to eat.
But one of the things, you know, we've done a big series on Taiwanese breakfast, and so you guys all know several different dishes. You know, we have our salbing and our youtiao, we have the 萝蔔糕, danbing, all of these really, really popular items that is Taiwanese, Chinese, Asian Americans love to eat. But there are certain items that are not as often ordered, but are still really, really good. And one of these is called 韭菜盒 or 韭菜盒子, which is a
chive box.
Some people call it a chive box. Some people call it leek pie. 韭菜 is another like vegetable that is really difficult to directly translate into English, but it's one of those vegetables, a hybrid in between like chives and leeks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, or is it leek?
It's like a little leek, but a really big chive. But not quite a green onion. But it's
not a green. Okay, it's definitely not a green onion. It tastes like a strong. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's really good. So it's called a leek. Well, the direct translation is leek/chive box because it comes in like an enclosed pastry, and they've cut it into pieces here.
Which, if it was whole, it would probably look more like an empanada, maybe?
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's like a Taiwanese style empanada.
Which?
But I don't know if it's Taiwanese style because I have no idea which came first.
Which, by the way, if you would imagine that empanadas have all these different types of fillings, but
yes.
韭菜盒子 are just 韭菜盒子.
Well, mostly out here, because in Taiwan they do have other fillings. But
韭菜
really? Yeah, I mean, they have other other boxes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what's in the filling?
This is the only one that I've ever known, but of course there's the leek chive hybrid in the middle. There's a little bit of like egg or scrambled egg, and there's also those like funky rice noodles. It's all been chopped and stuffed in this together into the pastry and then fried to a super golden crisp. And this, I think, when I was a kid, I really hated eating. This is definitely an acquired taste, but I love it now as an adult.
Yeah.
How about for you?
No, they're good. My dad was the first person who showed me these. He was like, "Oh, get a 韭菜盒." And the first one I had was like, no, this one is huge. The first one I had was like about this big, and it was really good. And it was less fried looking than this. So all of these are kind of, there's like variations of, I mean, the 萝蔔糕 looks pretty standard. Everything looks pretty standard except for this and the danbing. I feel like are a little bit their own style, because this is a little thick and fluffy from what I'm used to. And the one I make at home is way more thin.
Really? I would say this is thinner than what I'm used to, because the one I make at home is a lot thicker.
It's a chunky boy.
Did you call me chunky?
No, I'm saying the dumpling you made at home is a chunky boy.
I see. I thought I was the chunky boy, which is...
No, it's chunky with an O. That's how you say it.
Is this millennial spelling? I love this. Leek pie, chive box, 韭菜盒子, Chinese, Taiwanese empanada business right here. This is not, like I said, not a common ordered item, but it's almost always on the menu.
It's popular, but it's not the first. Like the first thing people think of when they talk about Taiwanese breakfast is definitely like youtiao, danbing, doujiang, even lobokao is right. But lobokao is something that people eat during like dim sum and stuff too, I think.
Also true, but Hong Kong Cantonese style lobokao is a little bit different than the Taiwanese breakfast lobokao.
Yeah.
That's a little variation. Okay. Anything else we want to tell the peeps? Or should we continue enjoying the breakfast?
I will say in Taiwan it's different. It's a little bit different because like usually this type of stuff is sold like on the in the street stands. I mean now there are the little like breakfast shops for sure, but usually sometimes each of the stands specializes in like one of these things. So like you can go to like a danbing stand and they'll have like they have ones that have like bacon, they have ones that have like all these
ham and cheese
ham and
corn.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little intense, but I like the classic one.
Plain.
Ham, cheese, and corn.
There's ham and cheese, corn. You can put like rosong inside.
Oh, that's good. I do that sometimes.
And last couple of things I wanted to say. Forgot this. Xian doujiang. There is definitely dried shrimp in here because I can see it floating around. Yeah, shami. Oh, right there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in
So
there.
it probably gives it like kind of like a I was gonna say briny, but probably.
I was gonna say, if you think leek pie is an acquired taste, Xian doujiang is 100% an acquired taste. This is something I did not eat this until I was 35.
Notice,
like 100%
notice
not
I
until.
have the sweet plain one. I'm not it's not. I don't think this is really that much of an acquired taste. It is. The leeks / chives are very strong, but this texture is scary. But it's good. It's good.
Someone who's not in their mid-30s yet, that's what they would say.
Wow. Ageist.
Ageist. Last couple of things is, if you're ever going to eat Taiwanese soy milk breakfast in Taiwan, you don't actually need to start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because these places open super late at night. People often come here for like drunchies. It's like a midnight to noon kind of restaurant. So you can go if you're like a late night worker, especially in hospitality.
A late night worker.
That wasn't the implication that I was.
Oh, sorry.
Suggesting.
Family friendly channel. Well, welcome to the food tour, guys. Food tour.
Like people who work in hospitality or late at night after work, you can come and get breakfast at 3 o'clock in the morning if you're done at
It's
the
kind of like
clubs.
how Americans eat Denny's, like from
Diner food for Americans, right? Exactly. And then what was the other thing? Oh, of course, the most important thing is that this is all centered around soy milk, so you can get whatever various dishes you want here. The menu is super extensive. And I think another reason why the menu here is super extensive is because this was one of the very first spots in San Gabriel Valley. And it was kind of like a hub for all the Taiwanese immigrants and Taiwanese Americans. And so they basically had a little bit of everything. There's lunch here, there's dumplings, there's even xiaolongbao and pot stickers here too. But the main thing is the breakfast. It's the soy milk and a really good soy milk. It's always one thing that you're looking for, and that is the char. a really good soy milk from way back in the day was made with really like poor quality metal, and so when it's put on the fire or put on the heat, there's like a char, almost like it got like a fragrance of like barbecue or like toast in the soy milk, and that is really the one thing that you should be looking for when your soy milk is amazing.
So you mean like a smoky flavor?
It's not quite. It's like char. It's like when you get like a flame broiled burger.
Taste that.
Yeah. But all right, that's it for us right here. We've got lots of work to do for eating, but
oh, do you want to break open this?
oh yeah.
Open it.
Last thing.
Open it. Oh my god, crumbs everywhere.
Hold on.
Oh, safety.
Raining crumbs. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Daikon pastry.
Look at how flaky.
I love this. Oh look, it's hot. Can you see the steam?
No, they cannot.
I can see the steam.
But I can see it.
Got daikon, onions,
I've actually never had
cabbage.
this.
Really?
No.
And a little bit of ground and sliced pork. Here, maybe you should try the camera.
Okay.
And then we're gonna say bye to the people.
Oh, you gave me a huge piece. Cheers.
Cheers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy breakfast. And of course, as we always say, comment.
What comment?
Tell us what your favorite Taiwanese breakfast.
I know how to do this. This is the YouTube spiel. It is like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us where you want Michael to go next, and I might come too.
Oh. And follow Monica on her Instagram at Thundercup.
He'll plug it in right here.
And from Food Tour Guide, ciao. Enjoy your day, everyone.
Bye.
Enjoy your week. We're gonna continue doing this.
Oh my god.
This is so good.
I've never had this.
Do you like it though?
Yeah, it's good.
So good.